Alan, you saw After the Hunt. I'm curious, what's this about?
Yeah, this is a very interesting movie. It's directed by Luca De Guardio or something like that, who did Call Me by Your Name, something like that. He did Queer. You love that movie. But it centers around three characters. The first is Alma, played by Julia Roberts. She's a philosophy professor at Yale. She has an assistant, Maggie, played by Ayo Edebiri, and she is kind of getting her master's or doctorate done through her. And then you have Andrew Garfield, who is a colleague, Hank, who gets basically some things up. After a party that Maggie threw, or sorry, that Alma threw, Hank walks Maggie home, and then Maggie comes back and says that Hank raped her. And so now here's two things. So there's this triangle that now forms, and this movie is mostly from Alma's perspective. But Alma has had a relationship with Hank. She likes him and admires him, and now news of him possibly raping her assistant is causing problems. Also, she has Maggie there. The story is the story. There's no proof. There's no nothing. There's a chance that the story could be wrong or not true. And so she has to balance between empathy for her assistant and her loyalty to her best friend. But the thing is, this entire story is incredibly complicated because, Hank is very flirty. He's very touchy. He's very handsy. Maggie may not always tell the truth. Maybe the paper she's working on might be plagiarized. And then Alma is caught in the middle, but she has her own problems, including a kind of a drug addiction. And this movie just kind of plays out. And this is the reason I say it's a weird movie is because I don't know the politics of this movie. I don't know the message it's trying to say. The message I got out of it was we are all screwed up people. We are all screwed up people. We're imperfect. And this is how this situation plays out. The one thing positive I will say about this movie is it gets it right in the tone of the situation. There's a Me Too theme here, but there's question as to whether it really happened or it really didn't happen. And Luca captures that tension. He's not there to say this is what happened or that, believe all women, because there are a lot of gray areas in this story and it just plays out. But I think for that reason, I would recommend this movie because, we see a lot of movies that are one-sided. This one really makes the attempt to be two-sided, to present both sides, to call into question. In fact, I will, as a non-spoiler spoiler, nothing really gets resolved at the end of this. It just, the story just plays out. And so I will give kudos to the fact that, I think it leans left, but it really does a good job of balancing the situation. But outside of that, I think people are going to get frustrated because it's like, we went through all this. What's the point?
Yeah. Like, come out on a side.
Yeah.
Which side are you on? It doesn't really do that.
It truly doesn't.
I have no interest in ever seeing this movie. Mm-hmm. I don't want the subject matter is I don't have no interest. Also, I predict this movie, even with Julia Roberts, is going to bomb.
Yeah.
It's people like this is a streaming movie.
It's an Oscar bait movie.
It's Oscar bait, but it's really streaming. And the fact that it really doesn't come hard on one side or the other, I think will also hurt it.
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. If conservatives, I think conservatives and progressives will have issues with this movie. And you would think what you want to do is bring them together, but it doesn't. And I think that's where it ultimately will fail. But acting is great. Julia Roberts is fantastic in the movie. her husband in the corner there. Very good. I forget his name. Michael Stolberg, I think is his name. Very good. Andrew Garfield's good. I'll reserve judgment on AO, but yeah, I like the exercise I went through watching this movie, but that's not enough reason to go see the movie unless you're a person like me who finds this stuff fascinating.